Hey, MageBug, do an opening.
No.
What's hilarious is there are actual mutants running around. Like one of the members of the US Olympic gymnast team is a goddamn mutant.
Really?
Yeah, and not in a way that helps with gymnastics. Mm-hmm. She just doesn't have like any nerves in her teeth.
Damn.
So, like, she revealed this fact when people on social media were commenting. It's like, we watched a video where people were eating ice cream and you were chewing your ice cream. What the fuck? It's like, yeah, my teeth don't feel anything, so I can just do this.
Amazing.
And she pulls out an ice cream cone and just bites into it. It's like, yeah, I know this makes a bunch of you cringe. And just takes another bite out of it.
Beautiful.
Is that a mutation that helps with anything? Probably not. But there are mutants among us with shitty, lame superpowers.
Yeah. There are some people who actually don't have feeling at all.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Like, there are so many, like, superhero designs where it's like, they don't feel pain. And it's like, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
There are so many stories out there of like, yeah, so... like, we have this kid, they can't feel pain, so we have to watch them constantly and make sure they don't put their hand on, like, an open flame or something. Because guess what? Pain is super useful.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if you can't feel pain and you're invulnerable, then it's okay. That is a superhero ability. If you just can't feel pain, you're going to be missing parts and not even realize it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm bleeding because I noticed the stains I'm leaving everywhere. I should probably do something about this.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Let's see if I can leave.
Well, I could follow the trail and figure out where it started and kind of work backwards from there.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can leave. So actually, come to think of it, are there any chocobo tracks in this area? Because I bet I could find some shit.
Yay! We can go a whole 2 episodes with very little plot advancement.
I mean, if you prefer, I could just turn off random battles.
Nah, fuck it.
Okay.
We need AP and EXP and shit like that.
Sure. I mean, we kind of don't, but this is fine.
Also, I love the monster designs in this game. I want to see more.
They're really cool.
Like, this game, I don't think everyone, like, especially the younger people that watch us, don't fully appreciate when this game came out in the timeline. This game was happening as polygons got progressively more realistic looking.
Yeah.
Like, Final Fantasy VII and this were both on the same console at radically different times in that console's life cycle. And the PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, and to a lesser extent the Dreamcast, were all when people were just starting to go into polygon-based graphics. So early games from that looked like dog shit.
Oh yeah.
You can have nostalgia for them, and you can intentionally recreate that low poly look, but they look like garbage.
Look up Ape Escape someday.
Yeah.
You will see.
Anything trying to emulate realistic graphics from that era is just, it looks bad.
Yeah.
Look up GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64.
Or the original Resident Evil.
Those are all trying to do photorealistic graphics as best they can in this, and they do not hold up.
Yeah.
So you have Final Fantasy VII that was just going into like polygons, and you have a couple of cutscenes that look decent. They go for more of an anime aesthetic, and they look okay.
Yep.
They don't look good, they look okay.
They were rad for the time.
They were mind-blowing for the time. But the actual in-game stuff uniformly looks like trash. Then you go to Final Fantasy VIII, where it's
Wasp arms.
really trying to look real. And none of it looks good now.
Yeah. No, Final Fantasy VIII is a fucking disgusting mess. Like, I would say it looks worse than Final Fantasy VII, but only because they're trying way too hard.
Yes. Final Fantasy VII knew it couldn't do photorealistic, so had a degree of just a degree of a style to compensate for this. Like, they didn't have to go Popeye arms for the in-game stuff, but the Popeye arms at least are memorable.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII looks bad, nothing looks good. This, they gave up on trying to look photorealistic and went with a more cartoonish style.
Yep, and it works.
It works really well. Like, yeah, it's low poly. Yeah, a lot of the stuff, especially the pre-rendered backgrounds and stuff, holy crap, look like ass. But these character models are fine.
Yeah.
These character models hold up. And it's all in the design.
Yeah.
They knew they couldn't get like really smooth polys, so they gave characters with these really exaggerated figures.
Yeah, well, there's a reason people remember these characters more than they do Final Fantasy VIII, other than the whole emo aesthetic.
Yeah.
Just a second. Let's reduce this and see if I can consume one of these. Oh, they know night. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
you are strong.
Yeah.
You have great strength. Well, I think the other thing going for these characters are they have more personality to them.
Yeah, that's also true.
Like, when it comes to the Final Fantasy VIII characters, in some respects, they have stuff going on for them. But, like, they have really muted personalities. They have slightly more grounded personalities, and I don't think that's from...
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Vivi, you beast.
No shit.
I think that the Final Fantasy VIII characters have more muted personalities, not for an attempt to be more realistic, but again, that emo aesthetic, where big bombastic personalities don't mesh.
Yeah, yeah.
But this has a much more cartoony aesthetic, so you get these more like grand melodramatic personalities. That's way easier to remember. And none of the Final Fantasy games are particularly deep, so just go with the melodrama.
Yeah.
If you're aiming for that young adult middle school market, melodrama is perfect. And then Final Fantasy VII, everyone remembers the characters because everyone played that game.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII was the shit back in the day. Now it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, and it's a meme on the tier of Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
Where it's like, they've been saying they're gonna make it. They've been saying they're gonna make it. They were thinking about doing a remaster in the last console generation. And this generation is getting close to being over.
Yep. Half-Life 3 is still a little bit more, like, meme-worthy, but barely.
The only reason it's more meme-worthy is because the developers have gotten in on the meme.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There you go. You got Night.
So now if everybody has Insomniac, we can put things to sleep.
Fucking Gabe Newell came out and said every time you mention Final Fantasy
Half-Life 3.
Steam can't count to 3. We push back Half-Life 3 another month.
Yep.
Enjoy Half-Life 3 in 2042.
I mean, it should be more than that because that's a fucking, like, that's been everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Chocograph menu.
Chocographs.
All right. Buried near a river. Don't think it'll be easy to find. All right. Probably city with high winds. Okay, that one is far away. Yeah, those are far away.
I recently saw this YouTube channel that I think it's called 8-Bit Big Band that do old game music with an actual big band.
Oh, that's cool.
And they did like a big the chocobo theme they did as a like 60s surfer thing, which was really fun.
Yeah, that works.
The best one though was like Frank Sinatra style Swing Still Alive.
Sure.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. I'm going to throw a link to their channel in the description, even though they have way more subscribers than we do.
If you remember.
I remember.
Uh-uh.
I remember.
You remember? Aha! Found it!
What do we get?
Probably something decent, because these are usually good rewards. Oh.
All right.
Oh, shit!
Getting sleepy.
This is good. You know what this is?
This is the bowling minigame.
No.
Oh.
This is where you get your next ability for Chocobo.
Oh.
So he can now cross rivers.
We meet Chocobo King Kai.
Yeah. That's kind of how it works.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Chocobo Dream World. We meet the king, Fat Chocobo.
Yes. Hello, children.
Those who come home. You seek a quiet life with other chocobos.
That wasn't an answer.
Too bad. I give you despair. I curse you, young Choco, to wander the earth forever. Find me more, and I will increase the range that you wander. Am I not magnanimous? Fat Choco, you dick. Thank you.
You bitch.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
my Chocobo is blue.
Zidane says nothing about it. Nothing at all.
Zidane's too busy thinking like this Chocobo got blue. Bitches love blue.
All right, is there a river nearby? Or am I fucked?
Enjoy this gift. You will use it later.
No river. Oh, well.
That was a good call looking for the Chocobo tracks.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we go to celery.
Also, Choco's digging is faster.
Oh.
Yes.
This is good.
Quite helpful. All right. Let's check this shit
Seeing
out.
Fat Choco reminded me like
Do nothing.
Final Fantasy VIII in the US was fucking broken. So they had this thing.
Pocket Chocobo.
There was a device that was supposed to go in the PlayStation 1's memory card. And then you would take it out and it would have a tiny little screen on it, and you would play it like one of those old primitive phone games, or like a Tamagotchi, or some little shit like that. And there were 2 summons in Final Fantasy VIII that were tied to this item, this physical real world item. And then they just never brought it to the US because everyone in Japan hated it.
Yeah.
I remember I was so hyped. It's like, I love Moombas. Moombas have this really cool design. And like, Fat Chocobo is hilarious. And so I pre-ordered one of those things. And I went to my GameStop and I'm like, hey, did that thing come in yet? And it's like, no, they changed the release date to this. I'm like, okay, that sucks. Mom, let's go home, because I was a kid. And then like we went back on that day and it's like, hey, is it out? And like, no, they pushed it back. And I'm like, fuck.
Damn it.
Don't swear. It's like, I'm pissed. All right. And then we go and we come back, and eventually after like 2 or 3 of these times, it's like, yeah, it's been canceled. Here's your refund. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Then what am I supposed to do about this? Not use it? It's like, oh, good.
I learned from Breath of Fire 2 that putting your hand in a hole is a good idea.
I learned from Silent Hill 2 it's a good idea, and only mildly terrifying.
Yeah. It only poisons you and gets you in a fight with a spider and a bandit.
It's required progression in Silent Hill 2.
It's also required progression in Breath of Fire 2.
Unlike the toilet, which is required progression in 2, and then if you have a save file for 2 and you go play 3, you get an Easter egg. And that Easter egg is, in the bathroom in the opening area, you find a clogged toilet, and you can interact with it, and it starts this little cutscene where Heather looks like she's gonna stick her hand in it, and it's like, ew, why would anyone do this? And just leaves.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, James is an idiot.
Yeah. You did it, though.
Yeah, he did it, and he found a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't really an idiot thing to do. It was required progression, as you said.
Well, here's the thing. It turned out to be required progression.
Oh.
Nothing in the game told James there's something critical in this shitty toilet. He just saw a shitty toilet, stuck his arm up to the elbow into it, and pulled out something that happened to be the item he needed to progress.
Wonderful. Oh, I didn't realize that thing had a little, like, miniature itself in the core. That's funny.
Oh, yeah! God damn, they put so much detail you couldn't tell in older games.
Yep.
Like, okay, everyone who doesn't remember the PS1 era, imagine what you're seeing now, about a quarter of the size and 5 times as blurry.
Yeah. Now try to make out the little face on that core.
Yeah, because resolution on the, like, native resolution on the PS2 is what, 320?
I don't know. I never paid attention to resolution.
Corrections Fox will say in the doobly-doo what the original resolution, like the native resolution of the PS2 is.
Yeah.
Like, there are people today that are like, if it's not 4K, I can't read anything that's going on in it.
Yeah. Which I don't understand.
You know what? It entirely depends on the game. I have a game on my shelf I couldn't play when I bought it because my TV only went up to 720 and the menus wouldn't render at 720. They would be unreadable.
Damn. Of course, I had... Yeah, okay, so the reason I bought my HD TV was because my CRT couldn't... Like, I could beat Metal Gear Solid 4, but barely, and a lot of the stuff on there I could not really read, like weapon descriptions and stuff. Oh no. But like, once I played Star Ocean, the horrible Star Ocean.
Oh yeah.
Star Ocean: The Last Hope, like, I couldn't read the menus very well at all. Oh, well, that's not where I want to be.
Yeah, you passed a treasure.
Like, I had to squint and put my face next to the fucking TV to see what was being read. So I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to upgrade.
Front Mission Evolved, which is not worth it. I love the Front Mission series, which is like tactical robot fighting shit.
Yeah.
Front Mission Evolved, they decided to make it more character action-y. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. In universe, these things are actually supposed to be moving around pretty fast, so that would be fun. And then they do the same shit they do in every Front Mission game, and it's always the worst section, and it's pilots get out of your mech. And then it becomes like a chest-high wall cover shooter.
Oh no.
And it's like, fucking why? We bought this for giant robots. All of your assets are for giant robots. Why the fuck are we running around a military base?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Front Mission Evolved. But no, those menus are unreadable if you're not rendering in high definition, and your monitor or TV or whatever isn't HD compatible. They are unreadable, and there's no option to increase the text.
Damn.
And being a mech customization game, all of the text is critical. You need to know those numbers, because 90% of that game is a goddamn number crunch. And they're like, haha, no, buy an HD TV. Fuck you, Front Mission Evolved. And fuck every Front Mission game that isn't tactics. They just released a new Front Mission game, and it is comically bad.
Joy.
Like,
So you're feeling what I feel with Breath of Fire and Star Fox. Gotcha.
the only saving grace with that particular Front Mission game is they're saying it might become a so bad it's good cult classic. Because it's supposed to be like...
High praise.
So the idea of the game is, hey, war's happening, your side lost, the enemy side is now occupying the city, and you have none of your gear. Get from point A to point B, go.
Okay.
So it's all about crafting traps, using traps, stealth.
It doesn't sound like, oh.
No! Yeah, go! No. Something down there wants to touch my butt.
Nope.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it doesn't sound like a...
Damn it.
Giant robot game. And you know what? You're right. And they don't advertise it at that for like their credit, what little credit is due. It's more like, hey, this is a game set in this universe. And it's like, okay, cool, that's fine.
God damn it. Ah!
But the trouble is, the AI is busted. The minimap lies about your vision cones. It's all about borderline survival horror conservation of resources. And yet it constantly forces you into combat situations. Like, no, progression is locked until you defeat all of these enemies.
Oh my god, really?
Yes. Even the ragdolling is broken, where when you kill someone, they will just flop to the floor with no kind of, like, momentum of them being hit. They just drop, and their guns go flying straight up into the air. It's kind of hilarious to watch. And this is why people are saying this
So
might
bad
be
it's
so
good.
bad it's good. Because it's like, how did you fail at literally everything you set out to do?
Yeah.
Nothing in this works aside from the art design. And every now and again, you do get into a Wanzer. You do get into a giant mech and have giant mech sequences that last for all of about 15 seconds.
Great. Okay, so if I get the chance, I'm going to leave again.